Hello and welcome back to Suspended Formation. I'm your host, Dennis Betholkis, and it's time for the Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 2, Shadows Waiting, or Shadows Waiting. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well. And if you don't want to be notified by YouTube when I, come on live here, you can hit that bell down below. It's a 100% chance that YouTube won't notify you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it every week. Also, have all the links to my social pages or social media, I should say, and all the links to my pages on there as well. So, with that said, I didn't think we are going to get too many people in here right now, but spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. All right. Got a little bit of time to hit that pause button, the stop button, whatever you're going to do. And I see Bobby and I see Cindy and I see. Anyway. Romper Room, for those of you who are wondering what the fuck that was just then, especially you millennials. All right. So, where did we leave off? We're still on the run from the Trollocs. And so our group are hightailing it through the woods. And but they pretty much are on the run. And excuse me, Moraine is actually injured. And she is using her energy in order to keep up the energy of everyone else. Magically is what she's doing. Um, and they get to a ferry, of course, they cross a ferry, and there's Trollocs on the other side that are just getting ready to come in, and there's also one of the faceless ones there, and or the eyeless ones, whatever they're called there, and basically the Muad'Dral, Muad'Dral, Mudral. There you go, Mudral. And the ferryman's going to go back because his family's on the other side, and she cuts the line and says, "I can't allow you to do that because you're just going to bring him on the other side, and we're still going to be on the run." She creates a vortex to get rid of the ferry as well, and he swims out there in order to try and save the ferry, being the dumbass that he is, and he drowns with it. So this starts putting the doubt in everyone's minds that are along with the ride here is, well, if we don't satisfy what her needs or her wants, if we don't satisfy Moraine's wants, is she going to kill us as well? And so there's that question that's happening. And as they're going along here, she's getting drained of more and more power because also she's again injured. She's been stabbed and she can't heal herself. And along the way, we find a little one of the songs that the that Matt starts singing. So, and I got to say something here. Of all the names of all the characters, so you've got Lon Mondrago, Egwin, Nyavi, Rand, Perrin, and then Matt. I mean, you think that Robert Jordan just kind of got bored, he got tired at one point. He's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking call him Matt. But sorry, that was just an aside there on my own thinking when I was looking at this, and I was like, all right. So Matt starts singing this song, and you know, they don't know what the meaning of it is. So Moraine actually says the whole meaning of that song is about a battle that happened with the last, when the last dragon showed up, and the group of humans were basically holding the line for against the Trollocs, against this army of Trollocs, and they held the line for 13 days. They were trying to get other people to come to help them. They knew no one was going to help them at this point by the time the third day arrived, but they still stood their ground for 13 days. And when the king finally died, the queen, who felt him die, released all of her energy all at once and killed the rest of the Trollocs that were there. but she released so much energy that she actually killed herself as well. And this actually comes into play later on because when Moraine actually passes out and they're being chased again by Trollocs, Lon takes her to the one place she told him not to take the children, which is an old city that no one goes into anymore because it was a city that actually refused those people the help that they were asking for. They had walled themselves off, and when someone had finally gone into that city, they found the city deserted. Well, they find out why this city is deserted is because the evil has made itself physical and actually just eats whatever is in there later on, and they have to escape. They actually end up splitting up. So Moraine and Lon are one direction. You have Perrin and Egwene in another direction, and you have Matt and Rand in a third direction. So they're all split up, and they're all going to make their way, of course, to White Castle. Excuse me, the White Tower. And that is when Lan is outside with Moraine, and who shows up? My but Naive, yeah, who had been like we last saw her getting carried off by the ponytail by a Trolloc, so she's still alive as well. So yeah, there was a lot of things that have happened at this. Oh, and also Egwene basically gets told that she actually has magic inside of her as well, and that she could also become a witch or a uh, ace, Aes Sedai, Aes Sedai. So she can train for that. So that's what Moraine also tells her as well. And Rand, of course, at first he's completely against Moraine. He's like bitching and moaning, all this kind of stuff. And then by the end of this, he's like, "Oh, let's do what Moraine says. We're gonna go east. We're gonna go to the White Tower, and because that's where Egwene's gonna go." So, and I just have to ask this question because I haven't read the books, but the Trollocs follow them to the edge of the forest, and they stop because nothing in their right mind goes into that city, that's been taken over by evil and whatnot. But when they come out of it, when Moraine and Land come out of it, there's no Trollocs whatsoever. They're not waiting for them, nothing like that. Same thing with Perrin and Egwene. They don't run into any Trollocs. Same thing with Rand and Matt. They don't run into Trollocs as well. And Matt also finds Lon tells him not to touch anything within that city because, other than what the food and drink they brought in with them. And what in the hell does Matt find? But he finds a knife and he brings it with him. That's just all before all hell broke loose there. So did he actually unwittingly disturb it or what's going on? We don't know. So, and we still don't know what the Sedai, what the Aes Sedai want with the dragon, other than that Moraine keeps saying it's to stop the Dark One. But is that really the case? We don't know. So that's where we're left off on this episode. Um, Interesting still. I mean, like I said, it's not boring. It's not altogether compelling either for me. It's one of those things I'm just kind of like, okay. So I'm waiting for the kicker in the story here at this point. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. I have watched episode 3 already too, which I'm going to be doing right after this as well. I'm probably going to do that at 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm going to do it at 7 p.m. So I've already got it set up, so it's not going to be as long as what I just did here, for the setup and everything. That's why I was a little bit late because I was doing the setup and all that. So yeah, well, it shouldn't take too long. But I think I'm by myself right now in the chat. I don't see anybody else in the chat. I know Mr. Roboto was here earlier, but no one else is. So with that, this is going to be a short and sweet one, and I'm going to go on to the next one and just set it up and just get to it. So with that said, what else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow I'm off. Monday is going to be another episode of Spoiler Alert. Basically, anything that's out in the public, and you guys want to talk about it with spoilers and all that stuff, we can. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's going to be the live action version of Cowboy Bebop. Wednesday is going to be Hawkeye, and most likely a double header of Hawkeye and another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And it's going to be Hit Monkey at that point, Hulu's Hit Monkey. So, yeah. And then Thursday, I'm going to be off. And then Friday, we're going to come back around to Wheel of Time. So, the Wheel of Time. Hi, Apple Crow. I'm just getting ready to end this one. I'm actually going to do another one at 7 p.m. So if you're interested, Apple Crow, I'm going to be here again at 7 p.m. doing episode 3 and try and get rid of this eyelash that's stuck in my eye. So, beforehand. That's what I keep reaching up for. So, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go for at least half an hour here, and then I'm going to come back with the episode 3. So thank you everybody out there, and thank you if you watched this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you can, hit that like button, the share button. And if you don't want to be notified by YouTube, hit that bell down below. It's a 100% chance that you're not going to get notified by YouTube. So best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule I have up there, and all the links to my social media and pages up there. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go for half an hour, and then I'll be back with episode 3. Thank you. And don't let the door hit your ass on the way out until the next half hour. So I will see you guys in a little bit, and I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks, everybody. See you in a half an hour. See ya.